நீராடும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமரந்த கிளிரொடும் சீராடும் பதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டனி தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடன திருநாளும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுடலும் தரித்தனரும் பிறகவுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை சிறந்திழந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Now I request our HOD, our Pillar of Knowledge, Dr. Arun Modi, to welcome the guest.
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Mr. S. Anand Sivakumar, Chief Manager, HR, NXC India Limited, Navy, my dear colleagues, and my dear participants. Good afternoon, one and all. Today we have gathered here for a guest lecture or a webinar to look out the opportunities in PSUs. After your graduation, what are all the opportunities that are available with respect to PSU sector? Now, we are living in a technology-driven world, whereby day by day the technologies are uprising. Today's technology becomes obsolete tomorrow. We need to update ourselves. So when we were graduating, so for looking into any jobs in PSU and other things, so we have to wait for the opportunities column in the newspapers, which comes out weekly, and sometimes in the employment news. So nowadays, you are getting in fraction of a second where and all it's available in all times. So that is the power of technology. So when the technology is there, automatically the competition also goes at a higher rate. So whether we are up to the level, whether we can compete ourselves with the level which is outside the environment. So when we say that a particular technology is being improved, likewise the graph on the competition also rises. So we need to upgrade ourselves at all departments, all levels, all kinds of skills. So when you are graduating for especially MBA, the minimal skill sets, I would say the minimal skill sets that you require, you need to possess during your graduation times. So when I am graduating at the end of 2 years, whether I am possessing this kind of skills, or at the beginning of this, many of you are in the beginning of your career in the MBA. So you need to upgrade the skill sets that are required for an MBA graduate at the end of the semester or end of the graduation. So minimal thing that any industry or any company expect is the communication skills. How effective we are in communicating ourselves in the external world. So we have enough things, enough knowledge in our mind, whether we are in a position to express ourselves. So those kind of things we need to upgrade during your study. Likewise, the attitudes that you need to develop at the end of your at the end you need to develop those attitudes also. So whereby you can possess all kinds of knowledge, all kinds of technical skills without the human values of the attitude, then you'll not be in a position to get into any good companies. So in this area, now given this current scenario, the PSUs, the public sector undertakings nowadays are taking into a good shape. So many of the PSUs are being diluted, many of the PSUs are being given away. for the better prospects. So in those slides, what are the effective means or effective ways by which we can upgrade ourselves to enter into those kinds of situations? So given this picture, given this scenario prevailing in our country, what are things that we need to develop ourselves during the current study? So today's seminar or webinar will give you an eye-opener as well as give you a good indication of what are the opportunities that are available in various sectors as well as in the undertakings of PSUs, public sector undertakings. So I hope today's seminar you will be enjoying it. So at the end of the session, be interactive and get the knowledge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I hand over the mic to Mr. GDS Shrikant, Assistant Professor, Department of MBA.
So, okay. So generally, public sector undertaking means a company which is owned by the government. A company which is owned by the government, termed as a public sector undertaking. So generally, the majority, it means 51% of the paid up share capital held by the central government or the state government, or in combination of central government and state government, the public sector undertakings that means the central government or state government will become the owner of the public sector undertaking. So if you see the openings, so nowadays several public sector undertakings are coming with a good number of openings for the technical as well as management students. Okay, so as a management students, where we have to be focused first. Okay, so first, the public sector undertakings are going to be classified into 4 types. Okay, the first one is Maharatna and Navaratna and Mini Ratna category 1, Mini Ratna category 2. So like that, they are classified into 4 types. Okay, so how they are classifying? They are classifying based on the turnover. They are classifying based on the net profit. They are classified based on the cost of the project. So these are all the criteria they are considering and they are classifying. So come to the Maharatnas. So to any company, government company to be recognized as a Maharatna, they have 25,000 crores of turnover in a year. They have 5,000 crores of profit after tax. They have 15,000 net worth of assets they have. So if the conditions are satisfied by any Navaratna company, then that becomes the Maharatna company. Similarly, for qualifying as a Navaratna company, we require that should be a Mini Ratna company first of all. So once it's Mini Ratna company, that should be get a score of 60 out of 100. The score is based on the profit before interest and tax and depreciation, and net profit, and the capital, and the net worth, and the cost of the human resources, and the overall cost of the product or services. So they are taking 6 parameters, and based on these 6 parameters, they are deciding whether if the company getting 60% score, that is known as the Navratna company. And come to the Mini Ratna category 1. If any company is getting a profit of 30,000 crores during any 3 years, that company is known as a Mini Ratna category 1. And if a company is getting a profit continuous 3 years, that will be qualified as a Mini Ratna category 2. So if you see all over India, we are having a 11 number of Maharatna companies as on date. The date is in the month of February. The Finance Ministry has released a publication, official gazetting. So they are telling that there are 12 Maharatna companies, and there are 13 Navaratna companies, and there are 62 Mini Ratna category 1 companies, and there are 12 Mini Ratna category 2 companies. So if you add all together, it comes to plus 90 and below 100. So all these 100, above 100, above 90 and below 100 companies are waiting for the appropriate and right candidate to fill the vacancy in their organizations. So as an MBA, marketing, HR, finance, systems, logistics, agribusiness, so whatever may be your stream of specializations, the doors are open and it is waiting for you. Okay, sir, you are telling about PSU till now. So what is the benefit? Why should I know about the PSU? Okay, public sector undertaking. That is very, very important question. Before we are going to start anything, what is the benefit to us? That if we know, we are going to be work on it. So just I am telling few benefits what you are getting out of a public sector undertaking. Okay. So first one, you will get a good recognition in the society. Okay. And next one, the salary. Okay. The monetary benefit is the salary. So come to the monetary benefits. As a MBA graduate, you are going to be qualified for the role of E1 or E2. Okay. Or E3 also some organizations. So what is E1, E2 and E3? So E1 means it is a position for the management training, or it is known as assistant manager. And E2 is the manager, and E3 is the senior manager. So as an MBA graduate, without any experience, you are straight away qualified to apply for the post of manager or assistant manager or senior manager, depending upon the organization. So the E1 category is starting with a salary of the basic is 40,000 to 1,40,000. The basic is 40,000 to 1,40,000. So on that you are getting the DNS allowance. Currently the DNS allowance is standing at 30%. Okay. And in addition to that, you will get the perks. Perks are together, it may be coming from for 24% to 40%, depending upon the organization. And you will get the HRA or rent-free accommodation. So HRA come together 8% to 24%. They're classified into 3 cities. Okay. So city A, city B, and city C. So if you see the metropolitan cities like Chennai, Delhi, Mumbai, and Calcutta, if you have got job in this area, you will eligible for 24% HRA. Or otherwise, they may have their own residences. They will provide you the rent-free accommodation. Okay. In addition to that, they will provide the servant, car, driver, everything they will provide depending upon your position you acquired. Okay. So, sir, you are telling about the few financial benefits. What are the other benefits I am getting? For us, the leave is the most priority. Once you are working, getting leave is very difficult if you are working in a private sector organization. But here, the law, the act provides you 30 days. 30 days you are eligible for the earned leave in a year, 12 casual leaves you are getting, and 3 to 5 restricted holidays you are getting, and weekly 2 days off. And in addition to that, you are getting the maternity leave, particularly if a woman student is going to get a job in any PSU. Nowadays, they are implementing 9 months. They are giving the maternity leave. Nowhere in any organization you will get the maternity leave for a period of 9 months. Okay. So paternity leave. For example, your father, once you become a father, they will give you a 15 days paternity leave. In addition to that, you are getting the extraordinary leave. So what is the meaning of extraordinary leave? Extraordinary leave means we saw the COVID pandemic. So during the COVID pandemic, a lot of employees got sick. So if you are working in a private organization, so they may give leave or they may not sanction the leave with pay or without pay. But this extraordinary leave facilitates the employees to take the leave in a some situation with a proper request letter. So these are all the benefits other side for the public sector jobs. So sir, how can we prepare for these jobs? So for preparation part, I'm going to starting with showing one old newspaper. Okay, not it is the old newspaper, new newspaper, last week newspaper. This is the what SARS told few minutes back. Employment news. Employment news. So who is issuing this employment news? Government of India is going to be issuing the employment news under the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So you need not get the hard copy. You can contribute for the digital copy also by paying very less amount. You can see this copy. Or nowadays you need not go through the paper also. All the online sources are there. You can get the information. So sir, what are the qualifications to write this exam? So the simple qualification is if any MBA graduate, depending upon the reservation. Okay, depending upon the reservation, everyone has to secure at least 55% in the case of SC/ST students. If you are having SC/ST reservation, you have to get 55%. In remaining cases, you have to get 60% in your MBA graduation. Sir, I got 59.79%. Am I qualified for this job? Sorry, you are not qualified. So here the mark plays an important role. So you have to focus on your all 4 semesters at least to secure a good percentage. Always this percentage plays an important role until you get a good position. Okay. So this percentage, always everyone has to get 60% marks minimum. And in addition to that, what is the next criteria? Age. Age is very important factor. So come to the age, the maximum age limit to write a corporate public sector undertaking exam is 27 years. 27 years. So probably you are completing your MBA graduation at the age of 22 years. So after that, you have to write up to 5 years in the open category. Okay. So after open category, sir, I am falling under open category. So you can write up to 27 years. So if you are falling under OBC category, okay, so non-creamy layer OBC category, then they are giving 3 years relaxation. So 27 plus 3 years. So up to 30 years, you have to write the exam. You can write the exam. So if you fall under SC/ST category, so plus 5 years, 27 plus 5 years. So up to 32 years, you can write, give an attempt for the PSC examination. Okay. So in addition to that, physically handicapped students, if anyone is there, for them the age limit is somewhat higher, and the government of India specifically reserve some posts for them, and they are calling for the interview or written test for those people only. So they are not competing with the open students, crowd of students. They are particularly competing among them only who are physically handicapped. Okay, so this is come to the reservation and age criteria. So sir, how could we prepare for the exam? So first they will give you the notification. For example, I shared with you with secondary students. Okay, so if you see, I shared one of the Coal India. Coal India is coming under the Maharatna company. Okay, which is the largest coal supply corporation in all over the world. All over the world. So if you open the Coal India advertisement, then they called for the positions of management trainees HR. Around 300 positions they called. For marketing, they called around 50 or something. For material management, they called. So I'm quoting only one example. Like we have 100 number of public sector undertakings. Okay. So if you have a practice of go through the newspaper or any other channels, monthly you can apply for 2 to 3 positions according to your specializations. Sir, I'm in the final year. Can I apply for the position? Yes, you can apply for the position. So for that also one document I shared in the WhatsApp group. So if your result came in the month of March, final year students, those who are in the final year students, okay. So any recruitment drive is taken place at the end of the semester. They are giving a special clause. So in that clause, they will allow you to submit your mark list up to 3 months. They will give from the date of advertisement, they will give 3 months time to submit or before the interview date. So whichever is the earlier, you can submit your mark list in the interview board. So the final year students also more qualified to apply and write the written examination. So come to the written examination. The written examination consisting of two parts, two sections. Section A consisting of arithmetic, reasoning, and current affairs. So all these are 50%. For example, they are conducting an exam for 200 marks. So out of 200 marks, 100 marks they are conducting on the arithmetic, reasoning, and current affairs. Remaining 100 marks, remaining 50%, they are conducting on your subject, your specialization. If your specialization is marketing, you are getting the questions on the marketing. If your specialization is finance or HR, you are getting the questions on the finance or HR. So whatever you are reading enter these 4 semesters, only the syllabus for the specialization subjects. Okay. So if you are well prepared from today onwards, if you are focusing what you are learning in specializations, you well prepared, then it is very easy to crack the public sector undertaking examination. It is not a big task. Okay. So in addition to that, generally they will give you an ad in the newspaper. So once you get the ad, they will give you the opening date and closing date, like our examination dates, opening fees, payment of fees, and closing fees of payment of fees. So before that only we have to complete the process. For that, nowadays always everything is online only. So if you have a soft copy of your photo, your digital signature, your certificates are soft copies, you can upload and you can get the hall ticket before the examination date. And come to the examinations, nowadays all are computer-based examinations. So once you write the exam, in the olden days, if the students write the exam, they have to wait for 4-5 months to get the result. But within 1 or 2 days only, nowadays the corporations are giving the result because all are computer-based examinations. So you might heard about TCS Ion. Okay, so they are coming with the institutions which are having in all popular cities. So you have to select the city because luckily you are in Chennai only. So the exam center also nearby only, obviously. So preparation before the examination is very, very important. Attend the exam with a positive mode. So once the exam is over, the result will come. So if you are qualified, prepare for the interview. So depending upon your reservation, you have to submit all the originals of the reservation certificates and on timely basis. So once the interview may be group discussion, you might read about in the managerial communications, managerial skill set communication paper. So group discussion, different types of interviews. So these are all will be helpful to face an interview. So if you get through the interview, you will get a offer letter from the institution, that the corporation. Okay. So here one more point is that you can't freely move to one organization to another organization. Nowadays they are asking for the service bond. The bond is consisting of 3 years or 2 years or 1 year depending upon the corporation. And if you are not serving a bond period, they are asking for a pay of 1 lakh to 3 lakh rupees. Okay. So once you get a good opportunity, then no need to worry. You can pay and you can leave. That is not a problem. You are getting a better opportunity. Okay. Okay. So this is the things. So these are all with respect to the just a small awareness program on the public sector undertakings. Okay. From our department wise, if you are interested from today onwards, I want with student support, I want to create one group. So in that group, who are interested, you can join. Okay, we are going to be sharing the latest notifications from the different public sector undertakings. Okay, so accordingly, those who are interested, you can apply. So once after apply, also for the application process, if you need any support, we will help you. In the preparation process, if you need any support, we will help you. Okay, in any guidance, interview guidance, we are ready to help you. So we are here, but the initiation and the lightening the spark has to come from your end only. If you are not doing anything, whatever the resources we are providing, that is useless. Okay. So, but I hope you all are know well aware about the future perspectives. So at least few students come forward to go preparation for the PSUs. Please give your names at the end of the session. We will create one group. Accordingly, we will get the progress. Okay, so come to now. These are all the things what I want to share. Some more also there, but lack of time constraint. I will hand over this session to Anand Shivkumar sir. He is the Chief Manager HR, NLC, okay, Neyveli Ligament Company Limited. So with a great heart, he accepted our acceptance. He accepted our invitation. So he is a well experienced person. So remaining introduction regarding the guest will be given by our student. Okay, so please maintain the same focus to grab the more things. Thank you. Thank you. One and all.
Thank you, sir. It's your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. You are a leader. Our chief guest of the day, Mr. S. Anand Shivkumar, is with us, who is synonymous to perseverance and synonymous to indolence. Has more than 2 decades of vast experience in the entire HR gamut. Needless to say, he is enthusiastic, committed. His enthusiasm and commitment in his field will Needless to say, he is enthusiastic and committed. His enthusiasm and commitment in his field will break people belonging to the same field to be enthusiastic and productive in planning and directing of HRs, which includes compensation, employment law, employment relations, policies and procedures, recruitment, supervision, and training. He well executes HR best practices to align the objectives of the organization, while maximizing employees' potential by fostering a positive work environment that promotes employees' morale by developing interpersonal relationships. His great passion for HR management and his rich faculties made him get an HR award, Professional of the Year 2018. He rendered his services relentlessly to many organizations. He worked as assistant manager, personnel at LMT Private Limited from 1995 to 2008. He worked as a senior manager, human resource at Coastal Energy Private Limited from 2008 to 2019. He has been working as chief manager HR at NLC India Limited, Navaratna Government of India Enterprises since August 2019. Sir, I take pride in telling you that we are immensely fortunate enough to have you with us today. Welcome, sir.
Hello? You can able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks for the introduction, Pooja. Pooja is the name, right?
No, sir. Amrita.
Amrita, sorry. Pooja, it was showing in the Pooja, right? Amrita. Thanks, Amrita. And before the introduction, I just want to thank your Srikanth, GVS Srikanth, right? So, he's the person having a whatever things I want to say, everything is explained. And I think he's having a more knowledge on public sector, I believe. He's the right person to explain everything. And the professor, I just give a credit to the professor because he has covered entire things like benefits, leave, even the very small litigation, a small EOL case also has been covered. I don't know, he has done entire thing like what is Maharatna, what is Navaratna, and what is Mini Ratna, everything has been covered, right? So I don't know what to talk now because I got experience of 27 years in that. In the 27 years now, in that we can say that 25 years I got in the private sector. So remaining last 3 years I was working in the NLC. It is a public sector. But if we take the public sector, private sector, no, the documentation is very important. Since Srikanth has covered entire thing like benefits, what is ONGC, how to prepare everything. No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to repeat all the things again, right? So I want to talk now. What is the difference between public sector, private? I just want to make it clear. Now, if we talk about the private sector, the rules, regulations, everything is being followed. And the same way, like public sector, everything is fine. But one small line, thin line is different. It talks about the principle of natural justice. That in the principle of natural justice, no, in that public sector used to follow in a very rigid way, right? So it means that no, the person should not be punished just like that. The person should give opportunity to work, opportunity to explain what is the issue, everything to be in transparent way they have to do. For that, we will conduct the inquiry. Example, I'll just tell you. The person met with an accident and he could not able to give the leave letter on time. So the salary has not been drawn. So person could not able to report duty. What we'll do? We'll issue a charge memo stating that the person could not able to report duty for so many days. The person has to give a reply. What he has to give a reply? He has to attach the medical documents. He has to attach what are the things that happened during those days. Why he could not able to communicate to the bosses or communicate to the superior. So everything you will give an opportunity to explain in such a way that the person could able to explain and we can able to take him to the role again. So this type of principle of natural justice will be happen only in the public sector, not in the private sector. What will happen in the private sector? The person will not listen. Just like that, what we'll do? The person is absent for 1 month. We'll remove from the service. For that, we'll send on letter. The person could not able to give a reply. We'll remove from the service. I'm not talking about big private sector like L&T, Tata, Reliance. Many public sector, many private companies will used to do like this. Even bigger company like very bigger company like L&T also you can take that. We will not since I was in L&T earlier, no, I could say that no, we will not wait for the opportunities just like that. You can give an explanation saying that sir, I'm not well, like not able to communicate like that. We will not accept it because we will say that if the person is in coma, then only the person could not able to reply. Person could not able to communicate about the leave, right? Whereas person could able to communicate, definitely you can able to communicate through WhatsApp, SMS, whatever it is. But in public sector, normally what we'll do, we'll give a ample opportunity for the person to explain his views. We will also accept. Just like that, we will not leave it. We'll send first letter, we'll send second letter. We have got a separate DA proceedings is there. We have got a charge memo, then provision show cause will be issuing, then we're issuing a final order. The person could able to explain again with any separate document. The person goes to appellate authority, he can able to apply again and he can able to come into the rules. So the principle of natural justice is to follow in such a way that the people, in the same way, I have to take a rigid way in public sector, that is also we have to do it. If the person against the government, against the moral, and the person is getting a loan from outside, is not paying back, is not doing anything. If any reports comes, the person having any FIR and any reports comes from outside, we will take action immediately. We will not leave just like that. If anything, the person done wrong to the government, done wrong to the society, we will not leave. The other way, if we say in the private sector is least care about that, right? Because we want what is to be done, what work we have to complete, that we are focused on that. Whereas in the public sector, we will see both way. That is, as she said rightly, the principle of natural justice, then same way we have to work. So the work-life balance, that is the reason. Now we talk about why PSU, right? It is a service oriented. Everybody knows it. Why? Because in private company, the person has to work minimum workload of 150%. You must be aware of it. Whereas in public sector, we don't expect like this. Definitely here we have to work very hard here, no doubt on it. But it is a service oriented. The timing we have to maintain, and we can come here by 9:30. We complete the work and we can able to start by 5 o'clock. Shifts are there. So a lot of advantages are there. And if we talk about pay protection, I think our Srikanth sir would have talked to you about the pay protection. Everything has been explained. And what we discussed about work-life balance, that is also excellent here. And work satisfaction, definitely the more pressure will not be there. So we can easily work. But definitely if the person is very sincere in his work, he can able to work very sincerely. There is no doubt on it. And perks and benefits, I think Srikanth has explained in very detailed way about salary, U1, U2, 3, DA, perks, HRA, and quotas has been arranged. Everything has been explained. So definitely I should appreciate him for this. And power position, I think that is very, very important. If a person works in government, if you go outside, so you got a lot of powers are there. Lot of powers are there means no. We can say no. If you are saying that no, if you are working as a CM, BGM in a government company, public sector, that status is different from the person working in a private sector. You must be knowing it. And apart from that, work satisfaction, job satisfaction, and the quality of work life definitely will be there. The work-life balance, the quality of work life, both are right, both are different, both are fights. And a time-bound promotion, that is also will be there. You must be knowing it. Time-bound promotion, how it will starts. The person having a manager, the person completes 3 years of service, definitely you will get a promotion of next level as a DCM. The person completes a DCM of 4 years of service, the person will go to ACM. After that, ACM will become a CM. Okay, then CM will become a DGM. For the time promotion will be there. But this is up to one cadre. After that superior cadre like CM and above, what we have to do? We have to attend the interview, get it qualified, then only you will be eligible for. Even though if you complete the year of service, you are not eligible for promotion. So you have to perform well. You have to, as like a private sector, your performance will be measured in such a way that then only you will get, right? Then the classification of PSUs, our Srikanth is very well explained about Maharatna, Navaratna, Miniratna, everything, right? So as per the record, as of now, the Maharatna 10 units are there, Navaratna 14 units are there, and Miniratna 1 and 2 division are there, 64 numbers and 50 numbers. As he said, lightly, if you calculate entire things will come to that. And he is well explained about what is Maharatna, 5,000 crore turn and net profit, and Navaratna, what is the course required, and Miniratna. Minimum profit is important for the Miniratna, right? These are things that has been explained in a beautiful way. And if we talk about how to prepare, I think he has explained in a right way about how to prepare about in the public sector. See, some of the public sector goes for GATE. Okay, if you have a GATE score, you can able to commit the way. And apart from the GATE score, we will shortlist the candidate. Then you have to appear for interview. Then we'll come for interview now. I think everything has been explained in a beautiful way, Srikanth. Now we'll talk about what is that? What is expectation in the interview? Since I was also in the panel, so what is the requirement? I'll just. Being a management student, you must be knowing it. ASK, right? What is ASK? Attitude, skill, knowledge. This is a very, very important factor for the interview. What is attitude? You must be knowing it. Why skill is required? Knowledge. Everybody will be astonished. And people will say that with the help of knowledge, we can able to come up. It's not like that. We ourselves, interviewer, we just require first attitude. then skill, then knowledge. Only 90%, the person having a less knowledge, we can say that he has scored very less, 60%, 65%, like that. Whereas the person having a gold medal and has scored 80%, 85%. But the person could not able to communicate, that is skill, and could not able to present, that is attitude, then the person will be failed in the interview. So the attitude, skill, knowledge, why this has come like this? If you have a good attitude, we can able to gain the skill. If you have the good skill, we can able to gain the knowledge. But if you have a very good knowledge, but less skill, poor attitude, definitely with this absence, you cannot able to come up with life. Even if you got a gold medal, even if you got selected by way, but you cannot able to perform at the job. Because the knowledge will take you to the top, but you cannot able to retain. If you want to retain, you should have a good attitude, good skill, and knowledge is a third. Why? Because if a person having a good attitude, he can able to gain the skill, and we can able to read more books, we can gain the knowledge. But absence of attitude, you cannot come up with life. In principle, we can say that 99% attitude, person having only 1% knowledge, still the person not able to perform in the job. If you take the Ias interview, what they are looking for the candidate, first attitude, self-confidence, right? Self-confidence, it is like one of that. So if the self-confidence more, if answer is wrong, normally the interviewers will not expect right or wrong answer. How confident you are answering, how you are able to tackle the interviewer, how you are able to perform well. Those things are very, very important for interview. If you are attending the interview, we will talk about marks, everything is fine. Apart from that, we will get into the knowledge. I'll just give you an example. One of the interview, I just asked the person. This is a 10 by 10 room, right? So we can able to say that what is the required 10 for AC is required for the room. If the person having a AC in his house, he could able to tell. If the person doesn't have a AC in his house, he cannot able to tell. Why? Because unless if you have a practical knowledge about the AC, the person could not able to tell the answer. I've asked one person in the big office, how many tons of AC is required? You could not able to answer. Why? Because the person could not able to calculate the feet of the office. What is the square meter? If you able to add, then what is AC? What is the 1 ton is required? What is the 1 ton capacity? How it will be fulfilled? See, these are the very practical experiences required for the candidate to come for the interview to perform well. One more example I just quote. If you take fan, how it rotates, the person could not able to say how the fan rotates in a practical way and could not able to rectify the fan stops, right? Then what is the use of education? Why education is important? With a skill, whatever the knowledge you have updated, with this you have to update your skill. With the update your skill with your good attitude, you can able to come up with life. With this only you can able to attend the interview. Just like that, if you go and attend the interview with your marks, you could not able to perform well, right? Even the 5 minutes interview is sufficient for you to judge you. The person is good for that. In that interview, the interviewer will ask you, these are the things you know or don't know. If you don't know, you have to say, no, I don't know. If you say yes, you should be very confident to say yes. Because with this, the multiple questions will come. You could able to answer. I'll just give my example, right? After completing my MA Econometrics, I just studied MA Econometrics in the University of Madras, right? So I just did my MA Econometrics there. So after completing my MA Econometrics, I have just attended my interview. It's a very small company because I don't want to be idle. I want to go for a job, right? So I just went there. He asked me, when did you complete your MBA? That is MA Econometrics. I said, today is the last exam. I just completed. I just come for interview. Because for known source, somehow I got it the interview. I just attended, right? So when I attended the interview, he asked me only one question. Only one question he asked. When did you complete your examination? I said, today is my last exam. I just came for it. The immediate reply was that tomorrow you can join. That's all. Interview is over. Because the interviewer expects the person's confidence and willingness to work in the company. That's all. Sufficient. The knowledge, everything you can gain later. Work experience is not sufficient. Okay, work experience you can gain. That's not an issue. So these are the important criteria. And one more thing, no, if you have a very confident about that answer, then definitely you can able to say, yes, I know answer. Because the multiple questions will come into the answer. Example, I could say that if you're having a post of HR manager, if any question will pose you, right? The person met with an accident, what are the steps you have to take? If you are very confident, only you can able to say. Otherwise, definitely you should not say, because the multiple questions will come stating that what is the insurance, what are the things will coverage will be there, whether it will come under WC Act, whether it will come under the ESI Act, what are the things you have to do, what the company has to do it, what are the formalities you have to do it, what is FIR, what is postmortem report, how it works, how it have to be present. Those things are very, very important. So if you are very confident, definitely you have to say yes, otherwise you have to say no, I don't know, right? So these are the things is very, very important for HR interview. And a technical interview, you people have to perform with your knowledge and definitely with your practical experience. You have to gain the knowledge from outside, then only you could able to come up. When I was in the interview panel, I just give me one more example because that will be helpful to you. The civil candidate came to me. Then I asked only one questions. During the COVID time in China, within a 10 days time, 1,200 bed hospital has been constructed. What is the technology it has been used? When I asked the person, he's a civil ME structure engineering, you could not able to answer the question. It means that he's having a very good knowledge, but a lack of update of general knowledge, so he cannot able to perform in this, right? So these are the important factors for the knowledge updation, everything. And the benefits, I think our person Srikanth has explained in everything. Everything is covered. In advertisement, so many things he has explained. That is also, everything is good. Only thing is been left out, I believe, in the recent advertisement, no, what we did that the manager post and deputy manager post criteria has been fixed. It means that a CTC, I can say that 17 lakhs, 20 lakhs, whatever it is. Those who wants to apply in public sector, apart from the criteria explained by our Srikanth, everything has been fulfilled, right? Apart from that, the person should have minimum 50% of the CTC. It means that deputy manager CTC is given as 20 lakhs in the advertisement. The present existing company, the person should have a minimum of 10 lakhs CTC, only can apply to the post. These criteria has been recently updated in that advertisement, very, very important. So this you just keep it in mind. And I think everything has been covered. One more thing I just want to tell you. Now the CTC of RBI, it comes around 17 to 20 lakhs, and SBI 9 to 10 lakhs. These are the prevailing practices happening. And one more good thing I would like to tell you, even I am Ahmedabad, I am Calcutta, Bangalore, or people are interested to work in ASU. If you take the example of IAMC Calcutta, out of 265 candidates, 34 candidates has been selected for public sector. So it means that the people having a good knowledge about public sector and government company, not for the stability, but for the work progress, documentation, everything, the people are interested to come and work here. So that's all from my end. So any questions? Definitely you can come over. Thank you. Yes, please. Any questions? Hello? Hello?
Sir, are you able to hear me, sir?
Yeah. Now I can able to hear you. Please.
Sir, still now what the students are here is all the positive things about the public sector.
Yeah.
So they want to know what are the negatives from the public sector.
Excellent. I am expecting that. Good. Okay. If we talk about disadvantage, we can say whatever the pros and cons should be there. We can talk about disinvestment, right? If the public sector is performing in a very bad way, right? What will happen? Disinvestment will happen. Some private sector will take over. Okay. Then nowadays, public sector, since the people are less numbers will be coming, right? Compared to private sector, definitely less number only will be joining it. If that is the case, increase in workload will be there in future. And people will say that no systematic process, but definitely process will be there. But comparatively with the SAP system, we are also introduced, everything has been done. Definitely we should appreciate for this. But still, small lack will be there, no? Comparatively with private sector. So many good things will happen because of policy procedures are more in public sector than private company. If we take an example, if you want to give one contract, we have to follow the procedure of L1, L2, L3. Same way, private sector also will be following the L1, L2, 3. You must be knowing it, right? But in public sector, we will follow the strict procedure. It means that, as you said earlier, the principle of natural justice. So we have to give a chance to everybody. The person minimum worth of 10 crore also can able to participate in contract. The person worth of 200 crores also can participate in the contract. So in this, the person having a less experience may also award the contract. Because of the reason, the quality little bit low will be there, right? The quality will not be there. So those type of things will be there. And talks about poor management. People used to say that nowadays the public sector, it's not like that. We got a very good, better management, and the people are working in a better way. But still, if we comparatively with the private sector, action will be more very fast in the private sector comparatively with public sector. So that's why we can say that management, bureaucracy, and definitely you can say that political influence will be more in public sector than private sector. Everybody knows it, that you should accept it. Because if any person calls from central or state, we should obey the orders, or we should obey the things, right? But in that private sector, we don't least care about it. So these type of issues will be there. As you said, what we discussed, the lack of flexibility, those things will be. So these are the small things are there, but it can be corrected. It can be corrected, and with this we can able to work. Because I was in private sector for last 25 years. Now last 3 years I am working. I am very comfortable, I could say that. Because what are the advantages we have seen, right? So those advantage will be the most powerful thing in that public sector. So disadvantage, only little bit is there. Definitely we can able to adjust. We can overlook on this. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry.
Use of the opportunity, guys. Ask some questions.
Sorry, I cannot able to hear you.
It's a salary system.
Package, salary package.
It's a salary package.
Yeah, salary package. Yeah, salary package is very decent area. Nowadays, we are giving a very good package. But definitely it will be less than 20 to 25% less than from the private sector. That too, the private sector, I'm talking about very, very big companies like L&T, Tata, and Reliance, HCL, something like that I'm just talking about. Other than that, very small private sector, definitely we are more paying good packages, no doubt on it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening our students with your words. I'm sure our students are now aware of both social points in public sector. Now I call Dr. Jarina Rachel, Assistant Professor of MBA, to present the work facts.
The roots of all goodness lies in the soil of appreciation. To these quotes, let me take this opportunity to propose my vote of thanks for today's event. So at the foremost, let me thank the Lord Almighty for making this event a possible one. On behalf of the management, faculty and students of the Department of MBA, I must mention our deepest sense of gratitude to the Speaker of the day, Mr. S. Anand Sivakumar, Chief Manager HR NLC at India Limited, Neyveli, for sharing his profound insights on the opportunities for MBA graduates in public sector undertakings. Thank you, sir. Let me also thank Mr. GVL Shrikant, Assistant Professor, Department of MBA, for the session. Sir, it was indeed an informative one for the aspiring graduates. Thank you, sir. I would like to place on record my sincere thanks to our Dean, Dr. C. Sundar, and Head of the Department, Dr. R. Arunmoli, for gracing this occasion and encouraging us to actively participate and take part in the proceedings of this event. Thank you, sir. Let me also thank the students of first and second MBA for being here and for all your cooperation and support for making this event a grand success. Thank you once again.
I request everyone to stand up for National.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलशिखरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाये तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगल नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे